The Pomegranate Tree by Ari Honorvar, San Diego. Read by Nora Ashrati. Why do they hate us? I ask, the breeze stroking my tear-stained face. They don't even know us. How could they hate us? Dad says, passing me his cigarette. We have a secret tradition in which I finish off his cigarettes on the rare occasion he smokes. Never mind that I'm a 9-year-old girl in Pakistan. I take a few puffs and squash the butt on the edge of the fountain. We resume our walk around the willow trees and the rose bushes, holding hands. What is it like to lose your dad? I ask. It's really hard. He shakes his head. I think of Layla. Earlier, my entire third-grade class had gone silent as she entered the room, her face showing long, angry scratches. Would I claw my own face if I lost someone? We're good friends, and I hate it that I wasn't there when she found out. It was even worse that I didn't know what to say, so I just sat there, staring at my notebook, the phantom mosquito sound of the drone buzzing in my ear. I had heard that sound yesterday, before my mother yelled for us to go into the basement, before the explosion, before the stench of the smoke, before Dad ran out of the house barefoot. Layla's father was visiting his sick mother in Bajawar when a different drone got him last week. It also killed 41 kids at a school nearby. Even though by now we're used to going to funerals, it doesn't get easier. Dad stops to touch a dewdrop resting on the petal of a pomegranate blossom. Last autumn, this once bountiful pomegranate tree didn't fruit at all. I overheard my Aunt Dunya say it's the toxic remnants from drone rockets that are poisoning the groundwater. Dad lifts his index finger gingerly, but the dewdrop bursts anyway. Dad, what are toxic remnants? What makes the pomegranate tree shed blooms like tears? What sends away birds who refuse to watch the carnage? He says, his eyes scanning the clear blue of the empty sky. Dad is a poet. I make a mental note to Google the definition later. When I grow up, I want to be an environmental engineer like my Aunt Dunya. Dad tugs on my hand and turns to the row of willow trees. I fall into step next to him, thinking of Layla, who doesn't have a father anymore. Dad, if they don't hate us, then why do they kill us? He is about to say something, but instead he changes course so as not to disturb an ant caravan. I follow suit. I remember when I was 4 we had come across a similar caravan on our walk. I had zeroed in on the biggest ant and crushed it with a rock. Why did you do that, Uji? Dad asked. I killed the big scary dragon. I looked up at him. From the look of concern in his eyes, I suspected I had done something wrong. I wanted to cry. Seeing my trembling lips, he sat down in front of me and touched his forehead to mine. Hey, he said, his face brightening with a sudden smile. Do you want to know what I see? Without waiting for an answer, he pulled me onto his lap and pointed at the ants. You see that one? That's Khurshid. She's the oldest daughter. She likes to tell jokes. Everyone always laughs at Khurshid's jokes. This one right here is Mama Gulnaz. She makes the best halwa. And that little one over there, that's Mani. He is the youngest of all, just like you. He loves drawing with crayons. Do you know what Mani does with his crayons after he's done drawing a picture? I shook my head. He eats them. Who else does that? He said, tickling me. I laughed at first, but then looked at the rock. That was Daddy Ilyas, Dad said softly. He was about to go to the store and buy Mani some more crayons. We've circled back to the fountain. Dad grabs the cigarette butt with his free hand. I watch his tired face. New gray hairs, like weeds in our overgrown garden, have sprouted on his head. I wonder if his ears, like mine, have stretched to become enormous, always listening for the buzz of the approaching drone. But I keep that to myself. Instead, I squeeze his hand and let him lead me through the garden again.